Headlines in Bed. Today is Tuesday, February 9th, 2021. Thank you for joining me. Um, Grab a cup of tea, a cup of coffee, some yogurt, get comfortable, and let's get started with today's headlines. And we'll start with the heel. Again, expanding our scope of news sources. This is our first read of the heel. And here we go. Democrats go for emotion at Trump trial. Oh, and there will be a lot of emotion, especially given the images that everyone in the country and around the world saw on that infamous January 6th. We'll keep on going here. Morning Report, the Heels Morning Report, presented by TikTok. Senate trial. The Heels Morning Report presented by TikTok. Really? The Heels Morning Report presented by TikTok. That's a way. Wow. That's a new way of doing advertising in the news. Senate trial will have drama, but no surprise ending. This is the Heels Morning Report presented by TikTok. And I wonder how they would handle news when the day comes that TikTok becomes news themselves and not in a positive light. I think the Heels just compromise themselves as a reliable news source. Let's keep going. I doubt that we'll come back to the Heel in the future, but let's continue. In the Senate, centrist Democrats pose a major problem for progressives. Also in the Senate, legality of impeachment, Trump takes center stage. Can we stop the nonsense? This is nothing but a story created by the news about the legality of impeachment for a president that is no longer a sitting president. Wave of departures leaves federal court seats for Biden to fill. Well, I hope he'll be smarter than the last round of Democratic presidents in Congress and learn from how Trump went about it. Watch live second impeachment trial of former President Trump. Chief Justice Roberts is paving the way for Trump to claim his trial as unconstitutional. Biden to visit Wisconsin in first official domestic trip. Study: fossil fuel air pollution linked to 1 in 5 deaths worldwide. Cancer drug could reduce COVID-19 deaths, study finds. Senators face separate questions of can and should in Trump's trial. Watch live White House holds press briefings. Senate advances nomination of Biden EPA pick Reagan. Let's here. Senate Democrats likely to face key test of unity on 2022 budget. The majority says they favor conviction as Trump impeachment trial begins. Poll. House Democrats COVID-19 aid bill includes 1,400 checks. Georgia officials open inquiry into Trump's efforts to overturn election results. Senator opinion. Senators face separate question of can and should. Okay, thank you, Hill. I'm not impressed. Fox News. Impeachment obsession. Wow, look at this image. Trial of ex-president to begin in Senate. Set for debate and vote on questionable constitutionality. process. Pilot error, NTSB reveal cause of chopper crash that killed Kobe Bryant, daughter, seven others. Sports world remembers Kobe Bryant on 1 year anniversary of his death. Vanessa Bryant honors anniversary of Kobe Bryant, daughter Gianna's death with letter. Shrinking stimulus. Democrats propose families making over income limit cut off from 1,400 checks. Progressives slam Biden's 1,400 stimulus checks as too small. Susan Sarandon calls out Biden Democrats over size of stimulus checks, pulling a bait and switch. Susan Sarandon. Huh. Gone too soon. Marty Schuttenheimer, NFL coach, dead at 77 after Alzheimer's disease fight. That was awkward. Biden raises eyebrows with comment to veteran news during video conference. Fox News Media CEO Susan Scott signs new multi-year contract. As impeachment trial stars, Marjorie Taylor Greene rips Capitol rioters who ruin objection plans. Chicago school reopening fight hits make or break moment with union vote. Diane Sawyer faces backlash over 2003 interview with Britney Spears. Does Diane Sawyer care? 17 later, she's enjoying the rib, the fruit of her labor. News, Fox News, please be relevant. California lawmaker encourages teachers to opt out of funding Governor Newsom's as recall nears. Okay, and the website just went out on us. Thank you, Fox News, as always. And we'll close today with the New York Times. Sorry, my left shoulder didn't cooperate with me last night. Impeachment trial begins today and test of GOP loyalty to Trump. Democrats are determined to hold former President Trump to account after the Capitol riot, but they need to persuade 17 Republicans to vote with them. The trial will begin at 1 p.m. Eastern, with arguments over whether it is constitutional to hold it at all. Follow the latest impeachment updates. How will the trial unfold? What are the chances of a conviction? Your questions answered. A phone call in which former President Trump asked an official to find votes is under scrutiny in Georgia. 77 days. Read the Times investigation of former President Trump's campaign to subvert the election. This, is contextually relevant, but it's a few days old. Its own domestic army, how the GOP allied itself with militants. Actions taken by paramilitary groups in Michigan last year signal a profound shift in Republican politics and a national crisis in the making. Trump isn't the only one on trial. The conservative media is too. Conservative media organizations face a consequential test in weeks and months ahead. On our politics column, our on politics columnist writes, Fox filed a motion to dismiss the $2.7 billion defamation lawsuit brought against it by Smartmatic. Extremely unlikely that virus came from labs, says HWO team in Wuhan. Opinion. Michelle Goldberg. You may want to forget him, but Trump's trial must be thorough. Emily Bazelon. Did Tennessee execute an innocent man? If DNA exonerates Sidley Alley, it will be the first time someone was proved to have been wrongly put to death. Paul Krugman. How Democrats learn to seize the day. Do they? Have they? Maureen Trasick. What Jeff Bezos hath wrought. Ellie Merritt. Would the founders convict Trump and bar him from office? Philip Tubman. the man who helped end the Cold War and didn't get credit for it. I believe he's talking about former Secretary of State Schultz, who died in California. Should we dim the sun? Will we even have a choice? The problem with using tax credits to fight poverty. Cara and Nicole Perlorth debrief on Brad Smith, who spent their last stimulus check, the filibuster that saved the Electoral College, how Biden united a fractious party under one tent, France sees an existential threat from American campuses. Prominent politicians and intellectuals say social theories from the United States on race, gender, and post-colonialism are undermining their society. Mary Wilson, Motown legend and co-founder and the Supreme of the Supremes, dies at 77. My condolences to her family and fans. Ms. Wilson, with the original members Diane Rose and Florence Ballard, was part of one of the biggest musical acts in the 1960s. The clash of liberal wonks that could shape the economy explained. Bitcoin continues to soar, fueled by Tesla announcement. Bitcoin topped 48,000 per coin after Tesla said that it bought 1.5 billion worth of the digital currency. The Birria boom is complicated but simply delicious. With infinite variations, the regional Mexican stew is now a social media star in Los Angeles and beyond. Yummy. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Goat. Birria. I might try that this week. One of my dad's favorites. Oh my goodness. Yes. Congress spurred toward big measures to lift families from poverty. Mars mission from the United Arab Emirates prepares to orbit Red Planet. With suit, Poland seeks to push its version of Holocaust history. New York's vaccine websites weren't working, so he built one for $50. New Yorkers with tech skills like Huma were appalled when they tried to make vaccine appointments. They knew there was a better way. Okay, and with that, we say thank you to the New York Times for Tuesday, February 9th, 2021. That is Headlines in Beth. Thank you for joining me. Make it a great day. See you tomorrow.